Today we got some big changes to the challenges and assignments in Battlefield 6. The team said that their plan for changing these challenges and assignments is a large one, and it will take place over multiple server-side and client-side updates. Expect additional updates in the future. But they want to get the first set of changes into the hands of the players as soon as possible. The first set of changes, they made around 90 plus adjustments. They did give us a few examples of what they changed. So when it comes to things like classes, they said they adjusted everything on assault, engineer, support, and recon challenges, and you will be able to complete those much faster. So an example they gave was if you had to have squad mates deploy on your spawn beacon, that was 50 at one point. Now that is going to be 5. And to revive teammates as support for support 2, that was 200 revives. That has now been reduced to 60. Now, if you've already met the new criteria, if you had not finished the challenge, but you have already met the new criteria that has been put into the game, you will automatically have that challenge completed once you log in. So you'll see those challenges be completed. Once you start playing the game, you'll see the challenges pop up and you'll say you're done. So for example, if you were working on the 200 revives, and let's say you had 125 of them already done, you will now have that completed, considering it has been moved back to 60 revives. When it comes to weapons, they said they adjusted the weapon assignments for all weapons. So one example they gave of this was for assault rifles, you had to inflict 10,000 damage. That has now been reduced to 3,000. They also worked on mode and unit assignments. So this is things like wins or specific things you had to do within Conquest, Rush, Breakthrough, Domination, and others. The one example they gave here was objective kills in a round of Conquest. That was 30. That has now been reduced to 10. And wins in Conquest, which was 5, that has now been reduced to 2. Some other things they did were the general kind of expert and mastery assignments. Some of these were multi-kills. So some of these multi-kills were 20 multi-kills. Those have now been reduced to 5. Also, repairing damage to vehicles in 1 life was at one point 3,000 damage repaired. That is now 500 damage. So they have made several changes to the challenge and assignment system. So a lot of these that you have been working on may be completed now. So you'll have to go in game and make sure you know exactly what you have completed and what you still need to work on. I think this was a good thing. A lot of people were complaining that some of these challenges were a bit too difficult, especially if they don't have a lot of time to play. And I can understand that, trying to make sure everyone can get them done. But at the same time, some of these, I was kind of surprised to see them change, like the wins in Conquest. I didn't really think 5 wins in Conquest was that crazy. To reduce that down to 2 was kind of an odd one to me. So I know a lot of you probably think these aren't really challenges now. Why even have them in the game? Because some of them have been reduced by a lot compared to what they were. I think they're just trying to kind of meet that sweet spot to where people that play a lot, of course, you're going to get it done easily. But people that do not have time to play all the time, we'll be able to get these completed as well, because a lot of this is tied to, you know, different skins in the game, different weapons in the game, and having things blocking players from getting weapons or getting certain gadgets on a class is a bit frustrating. And I think that was probably a good idea that they went in and actually adjusted these. But leave me a comment, let me know what you think about this, and of course, if you like the video, hit the like. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.